Hey, Cliff, what's your question?
Hi, thank you very much for having me. My question is, I've been on LinkedIn for very many years. And so a lot of my connections, I've got 17,000, but they're all very old and probably inactive. I'm starting a cyber IT business, and I was just wondering, because I've got so many dead connections, would it be a good strategy to just start a new account and start again with more active people on LinkedIn?
So let me ask you a question in return. How do you know that they're dead? Is it just because they don't engage or what?
I do get the engagement. I get views of around 5,000 to 10,000 per post, but I've got 17,000 connections. And so it's an assumption based on the amount of time I've been on LinkedIn.
Okay, so let's test that assumption. And this is what I would do if I were you. The first thing that I would do is to launch a LinkedIn newsletter. And the reason why that will show you how many people are not active versus not engaging is that because the invite to subscribe to your LinkedIn newsletter will go out to all 17,000 people. So if you launch a LinkedIn newsletter, it's going to go to 17,000 people. If 3,000 to 4,000 subscribe within the first week, then you definitely don't have a quote unquote dead network. Even with the impressions that you're telling me, you don't have a dead network, so to speak. So I would definitely not start over, because the fact that you have 17,000 followers on LinkedIn gives you a massive advantage. The only thing that needs to happen is to see what the baseline is of people that are actually active, which can happen through the newsletter, and then to start reactivating your audience through content that is strategic and consistent over 90 days at least. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. The LinkedIn newsletter is a fabulous idea. I think I will follow up on that one and see where it goes from there. Thank you very much.
Awesome. You're welcome.
Hello. I have 7 years of experience as a ghostwriter in the IT field. What kind of content should I post on LinkedIn that guarantees virality? Because I've been posting good content, but no posts are getting likes or going viral, but they have value.
Anyone that will tell you a post is guaranteed to go viral doesn't really understand what they're doing, because you could have the most perfect post in the world, but if somebody that's super famous, something happens to them today, or some breaking tragic news happens, a lot of that attention is not going to go to your post. Or let's say that a competitor of yours just happens to post 20 minutes before you and their post is amazing. There's a lot of things outside of your control. So what I would do if I were you is I would just make sure that month after month, your posts get more engagement and impressions. It's more of a you versus you game versus a you versus everyone game. It took me 14 months of posting 3 times a day for a post to go viral for me. It took me 14 months to get to 30,000 followers. Within the next month, I was at 100,000 followers. And the one thing I did that most people don't do is I pretended it didn't happen, and I continued to post 3 times a day, as if it was just a regular day. And then that accelerated my growth. So it's a matter of time, it's a matter of patience, and it's a matter of how can I create the best content possible so that the people that I'm creating content for can get a result without ever even having to pay me.
One aspect that I often see with copywriters is most of you are very focused on writing for SEO, which is what a lot of your clients want. And what I see is that you adopt the same writing style, but on LinkedIn, you have to also consider not just the machines, the crawlers, but also the humans behind it. So there's a little bit more of a different approach so that we can see who is that human behind the content and not just the technical writing skills. And then people can start building a relationship with you, and then conversations start to happen.
Kizzy, you want to add anything?
I just add to lean into the mindset of giving unlimited value for free. Like, just don't forget about that. Keep your audience in mind.
But that's hard.
I know, I didn't say it was easy.
That takes time. That takes effort.
I know, but it pays off because people want more. And then they'll think, goodness, if you're doing all this for free, then what happens when I pay you? But also, it's bigger than that. It's you're giving, you're changing people's lives without them having to do anything, but just to take their valuable time to look at your content.
And I think there's a huge difference between someone that just gives out information and someone that gives you steps where you could actually go do the thing. So for me, the number one indicator that my content is good is when people message me, hey, it's because of you I launched my newsletter. It's because of you I started posting video. Because what that tells me is that they didn't just watch my stuff. They actually went and did something with the information. And I think that's powerful because that's how you could transform lives at scale and have people take action at scale.
I would just also like to add that it's way easier than what you think. It may seem daunting. It may seem that you're not the person to do it, or why should I put myself out on LinkedIn or YouTube? And I promise you, you're going to have an experience that you never expected because you're providing value through whatever it is that you do and that you offer. So just take that first step. And the next time we have one of these rooms, I look forward to hearing how that worked for you.
And going back to what Kizzy was saying, just to give you some words of inspiration, it's really what you do every single day. And whatever kind of excuses are in your head of, oh, I can't start because I need a script, or, oh, I can't start because I need the fancy camera and the fancy lights. What's funny is that when you really start to do this, sometimes the most ghetto videos become the most viral, the ones you least expect, because you're just mastering that creative process. And it's really about doing what you can with what you have today, and then stacking those wins every single day. Because the last thing that you want to be is that business owner that puts their head on the pillow and says, wow, I know I could have done a lot more today. And there is no guarantee of success in any business. This is a risk no matter what. It is the spring. What you do today will determine the type of fall and winter that you experience. So I just want you to think about, what do you want Q3 and Q4 to feel like? Do you want it to feel like you're getting inbound clients effortlessly? Or do you want it to feel like a treacherous battle where you don't even know if you're going to be able to have the money to buy a Christmas tree or Christmas gifts for your children? What you do in the spring will determine the type of fall and winter that you have. And that goes from the clients that you call, the clients that you post, the videos that you post, and it's not easy. But if it were easy, everyone would be doing it and every single business would be successful. And that's not the case. So that's all I'll say before closing. I'll let Shankar and Kizzy add one more thing, and then we'll close for today.
Oh, that quickly, just don't give up. You just don't give up. Even if you go live and there's one person, the next time you go live, there'll be 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people on LinkedIn or YouTube or other platforms. Just don't give up. And it's going to happen fast. And you're going to have amazing results.
Yes, I'm going to piggyback on that. It's going to happen fast, and it's going to happen in ways that you could just not have planned, other than get started, don't give up, and a decade will pass. Several months will pass, I should say, and you will have achieved things that you never thought possible.
God bless you. Ciao.